Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter.
Good morning to you. I'm Arthur Jarrett.
And it is Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. So good morning, Art.
Well, good morning to you, Alexandra. I tell you, I just got dizzy coming over here right now, but I'm all right.
Yeah, we're having a manic Monday, except it's Tuesday, so I don't know what's going on over here.
Is that worse?
Yeah. It might be, right? It's just kind of continuing on.
Let's get onto our local weather, my friend. Good to see you again. All right, so as we roll into how this all plays out for you, take a look. We're going to start off with, I'm looking at the skies over in La Crosse. It's absolutely gorgeous. Right now, though, radar is still holding on. You can see out there's a little bit of moisture still in the atmosphere. We haven't finished all of this out yet. Look at the temperatures. You can see all the way down by Prairie du Chien. It's like 82 degrees there. La Crosse is flirting with 79 and 80 degrees currently. We're looking at how this all plays out for today. The possibility of a shower or two, not out of the question as we go between the 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock hours across La Crosse here in Winona. We'll carry this over. You can see by the time we get in the 11 o'clock hour, that continues to press through. And clouds coming in, a little cloud cover coming in. We're supposed to be partly cloudy skies today, but you get in the 4 o'clock hour, it looks like it may have backed off. Feels like tracker though, man, oh man, it's 73 degrees right now. It's something else, or at least by 7 o'clock it will be getting to 80 degrees by the 9 o'clock hour, holding on all the way up to at least 11 o'clock. You're looking at 90, 86 up in Eau Claire, and then how about this for 1 o'clock? That should be the warmest we're going to be seeing today, 92 degrees. Be safe out there. Don't forget to hydrate. Back to you. All right, and away we go. Other locations you can see right here, also 90s holding on all the way up to the Black River as well at 88 degrees.
All right, Art, thank you. We will see you later. The Rapidan Dam in Blue Earth County, Minnesota is in danger of breaking due to flooding. Authorities say debris from floodwaters from the Blue Earth River are pushing up against the 115-year-old dam, causing the river to severely erode the bank on one side. During a press conference yesterday, Minnesota's governor addressed the threat of collapse.
I was getting all weekend pictures from my neighbors and friends in Mankato, and that's a city with a flood wall. It's a city that's seen a lot of this, and I think the term people are using is unprecedented. So we understand that the challenges are out there. The good news about this is that there are procedures. There's chains of command. There's standard operating procedures that are in place.
The Blue Earth County Sheriff hopes the river will crest today and will then start to subside, preventing further damage to the dam. Over in South Dakota, the flooding caused a key railway bridge over the Big Sioux River to collapse. South Dakota's governor warned the bridge collapse was a stark reminder of the destructive nature of water. And here at home, rain is also causing flooding and closures in La Crosse. High waters have closed La Crosse boat launch facilities until further notice. The Grand Crossing, Willow, Cottonwood, and Vietnam Veterans Trails in the La Crosse marshlands all closed. On the Vernon-La Crosse County line, County Road GI is closed up to Hunters Point Landing, as is Blackhawk County Park in DeSoto. In Trempealeau County, a new judge will hear Todd Geek's homicide case. Buffalo Pepin County's Judge Thomas Clark set to step in for Trempealeau County Judge Ryan Radke, who recused himself Friday. 61-year-old Todd Geek is charged with first-degree reckless homicide for the death of 36-year-old father Kyle Dahl, according to the criminal complaint. A witness says Geek shot Dahl in the head as Dahl's car passed slowly by Geeks by Highway 53 and County Road TT. Geek has a bond hearing today. An Eau Claire woman is pleading not guilty to charges related to an armed robbery. According to the criminal complaint, Eau Claire police responded to a fire station where a male was stabbed in the abdomen during an armed robbery. As part of the investigation, 3 people were arrested and charged, including 24-year-old Ivy Leonard. She's being held on a $25,000 cash bond. Federal prosecutors are recommending the Justice Department pursue criminal charges against Boeing. The victim families are also asking a federal judge to appoint an independent monitor for the company. The Justice Department is still deciding about those charges. Even if it faces charges, individual Boeing executives may not. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones' media empire InfoWars is set to be shut down. It's being sold off as part of a settlement for the $1.5 billion Jones owes the families of the victims of the Sandy Hook massacre. Earlier this month, a bankruptcy judge dismissed the liquidation of InfoWars' parent company. The trustee has the support of 8 of the 9 families to sell Jones' company and distribute those assets equally. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has agreed to plead guilty to violating the Espionage Act and then will walk free. Assange revealed state secrets about America's wars on his website WikiLeaks. U.S. prosecutors have been trying to get him back on American soil to face charges for years. But as Jared Hill explains, the plea deal he's agreed to sign will take place on a remote island in the western Pacific Ocean.
Video from WikiLeaks appears to show founder Julian Assange's journey from the UK to the Northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. territory about 3,000 miles north of his home in Australia. Assange is expected to plead guilty tomorrow to one count of espionage for his role in one of the biggest leaks of classified information in recent U.S. history. U.S. prosecutors are giving him credit for serving a little more than 5 years behind bars in London. He would have faced life in prison if convicted of 18 counts, most under the Espionage Act, for conspiring with former Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning to steal classified documents relating to the Iraq and Afghanistan wars in 2010.
I think one takeaway here is that the U.S. government takes this situation seriously and that they tried very hard for years to extradite him to the U.S.
Assange supporters are cheering news of the plea deal.
This is the first time in the 100-year history of the Espionage Act that a journalist or someone committing journalism, someone engaging in journalistic act, has been prosecuted under the Espionage Act for essentially receiving information and communicating information.
Assange's legal trouble started in 2012 when he fled to the Ecuadorian embassy in London to escape extradition to Sweden, accused of rape and sexual assault. The charges were dropped, but he stayed at the embassy for 7 years. During that time, WikiLeaks released thousands of emails stolen from the Democratic National Committee. In 2019, Ecuador expelled Assange from the embassy, and the UK sentenced him to 50 weeks in jail for breaching bail conditions related to the rape inquiry.
After tomorrow's plea agreement, Assange is expected to return home to Australia. The Biden administration's student loan repayment plan is facing more legal challenges this morning. The plan lowers borrowers' monthly payments. Lawsuits from Kansas and Missouri claim the Biden administration's Saving on a Valuable Education plan overstepped its authority. Judges in both states later approved partial preliminary injunctions, putting the brakes on the plan while the cases are being litigated. The SAVE program has canceled $5.5 billion in debt for more than 414,000 people. Bliss Road is once again closed for maintenance. The City of La Crosse Street Department says the road will be closed to all traffic until Tuesday, July 2nd at 3 p.m. Crews will conduct road repairs and maintenance. The closure could be extended if weather delays impede those repairs. The Florida Panthers managed to hold off the Edmonton Oilers 2-1 in Game 7 to win the Stanley Cup. There's the moment. Earlier in the series, the Panthers held a 3-game lead over the Oilers and were just one victory from taking the cup. They later lost that streak, allowing the Oilers to catch up. But then the Panthers came back last night.
You don't win a Stanley Cup. I didn't win the Stanley Cup tonight. I got to share it. And that is a completely different idea. Not that I thought this was all about me. I certainly didn't. I mean, you replace me tomorrow, and that's a good hockey team. But that's what I learned. You don't win a Stanley Cup. You share it.
This is the first time in the team's 30-year history they have won the cup. Time now is 6:07. Still to come on your morning news, Spotify launches a basic premium plan for U.S. users. Google upgrades its online shopping tools, and a new study finds social media warning labels may be too broad. That's all coming up in your consumer news. And NASA is rushing to solve problems with the Boeing Starliner docked at the International Space Station so its crew can go home. That story is also coming up. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. The saying, beauty has no age, proved true in Texas this weekend. A contestant for Miss Texas USA is making history. Marissa Tiejo is 71 years old. She is from East El Paso and is the oldest contestant to ever compete for the state title. She faced nearly 100 competitors for a chance to become the next Miss Texas USA. Although she didn't win the crown, she did win hearts all along the way, becoming a viral sensation. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news is after the break.
Get an 11% rebate on your outdoor projects at Menards. Shop our great lineup of Ultra-Deck low-maintenance composite decking and the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscaping blocks. From decks, patios, fire pits, and more. Get free estimates fast using our easy do-it-yourself design programs. Visit us in-store or on Menards.com to get started today. Get an 11% rebate on all decking and landscaping block.
Save big money at Menards.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Beat the heat with the coldest prices around at Black River Furniture Outlet. Reimagine your living room with new upholstery. Choose from Ashley, Catnapper, Bestcraft, or Best Home Furnishings and find the perfect seat for you. Sleeper and easy sofas available. Stop in and upgrade your mattress to a new hybrid, foam, or cooling gel bed and sleep comfortable this summer. Get your deck outfitted with our new Poly Outdoor. Bottom prices on top quality fan back, rollback, and swivel gliders. Love seats, pub seats, and accent tables available. Celebrating 30 years of community and business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Our hearing connects us with people, and when that bridge is broken, our job is to help people with that hearing loss and reconnect them back with their lives again. We really feel that better hearing is a better life.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Well, good morning to you. Here, away we go here. The severe weather threat is now out of the way. It is more to the east. I made the mistake this morning of opening up the windows, and man, I was hurting because the humidity is no joke right now. It is actually about 81 degrees currently in La Crosse, and it is still warming up. Gradual rising of our local rivers and regional rivers are still on the way. This is the rainfall that we may pick up later on. That we picked up actually over the last, say, 24 hours or so. Now you can see where that is. All that rainfall that kind of swept out of the area here is now well off to the east. That being said, take a look at what we've got going on for you here. Rainfall totals yet again, as well as the river levels. We get into how these all continue to gradually rise over the next few days and continuing into next week as well. That being said, right now we do have current temperatures in the 70s widespread. We'll also see the possibility of the last 24 hours. We are very warm than we were 24 hours ago. 17 degrees much warmer, as you can see right now, as well as in Eau Claire, about 17 degrees over in areas by Decorah, about 14 and 19 down in Prairie du Chien. Take a look at the fog and low cloud activity, slowly but surely working its way a little bit closer to Minneapolis and Red Wing, so it's kind of moving out of the area. As we go into how this all looks for our highs today, possibly into the middle 80s for us, and then as we roll into how this all looks, right now we are out of the threat of severe weather for tonight. So that's good news for us, but it's still going to be quite humid. Be safe out there and hydrate. Back to you.
In your consumer news this morning, music streaming giant Spotify recently raised prices for its premium subscriptions. Now it's launching a less expensive tier that doesn't include audiobooks. It's called a basic premium plan, costing $10.99 a month. That is the same price the standard plan, called Premium Individual, used to cost before the price went up earlier this month. That plan was raised $1 to $11.99. Spotify said at the time one of the reasons for the price hikes was new offerings, which included audiobooks. Google is updating its online shopping tools ahead of the summer sale season and Amazon's Prime Day. That usually falls after the 4th of July, but Amazon has not announced the exact date quite yet. Google's updates to its shopping tools are meant to help find the best deals and lowest prices. Those tools include an updated deals destination. When you enter the search query, Shop Deals, a carousel will pop up displaying deals across retailers, and you'll be able to see comparative pricing on any given item. The U.S. Surgeon General recently called for social media warning labels like the ones you see on tobacco. Dr. Vivek Murthy said these messages could remind parents and their kids, quote, social media has not been proven safe. However, some people think warning labels might be an overreach. In a study published by JAMA Pediatrics Monday, researchers said they did find links between teen anxiety and depression and time spent on social media, but they said the levels of impact are varied enough as to not be generalized for a population as a whole. There are mounting problems at the International Space Station, with Monday's scheduled spacewalk called off at the last minute due to a water leak in one of the astronauts' spacesuits. All this as NASA has again postponed the return of Boeing Starliner's first crewed mission to the ISS. Here's CBS's Mark Strassman.
Ignition and liftoff.
Just hours after Starliner's June 5th launch came the first sign of trouble.
Starliner looks like we picked up a couple more helium leaks.
All right, we're ready to copy and find out exactly what you mean by picked up another helium leak.
The Boeing-built spacecraft had launched with one small helium leak. Now it has 5. Starliner also lost 5 small maneuvering engines on its final approach to the space station. All but one were recovered. But the glitches convinced NASA to delay Starliner's return to Earth.
We want to give our teams a little bit more time to look at the data, do some analysis, and make sure we're really ready to come home.
CBS News space analyst Bill Harwood.
It's not like they're stranded on the space station, but NASA just wants to get as much information as they can before the crew comes home.
So far, all these problems have been in Starliner's service module, but it gets thrown away before the capsule re-enters the Earth's atmosphere, meaning engineers need to examine the faulty hardware while in space.
That's why they're making this big effort to get as much data as they can, because that's what they're going to have to base their decisions on downstream.
Starliner could stay in space at least a few more weeks before it would have to return to Earth. Until it does, astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams will be extra hands to help out on the space station.
That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:16. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our forecast. Hi, Art.
Hi, Alexandra. You've got me thinking about catfish right about now. Thanks a lot for that. As we roll into it here, today's headlines, once again, severe weather has moved out of the way, so the threat is over. Humidity right now is a possibility of a threat in its own right. It is no joke today. It is really warm out there currently. Right now, it's already feeling like it's about 77 to about 81 degrees currently. Holding on to fog and low cloud activity well to our north, and that is certainly moving toward Minneapolis, so it's really not affecting us right now. It is an absolutely gorgeous day out and about, but despite the humidity, it is still enough to get out and walk if you bring your water with you. You're also looking at most of these rivers now are above flood stage, as you can see. They will continue into Friday, into Monday as well, portions of Sunday, and then getting into Tuesday. Holding on to the flood alerts, you can see who's doing what right now. Wabasha, Red Wing, that's going to start flooding again as this all begins to progress with more rainfall possibilities finishing out for tonight and tomorrow. You're looking at the possibility of Fountain City, Winona, also Trempealeau, portions of North End, in fact, North Bend, excuse me. You're also seeing Onalaska, down by La Crosse as well, excuse me, getting into Stoddard and over into New Albany. We're also seeing portions of near Lansing and then just south of Lynxville. So please be careful with all this happening out there. And it's really not the time to go out and kind of watch this stuff. It can be a little bit dangerous, as we've shown you already so far. Well, this rainfall kind of tracks out of the area currently in the early morning, as you can see, and then we've got not much going on as far as rainfall is concerned. We may see a few sprinkles, maybe even a shower later on between the 2 o'clock and the 4 o'clock hour today for La Crosse and Winona. You can see it right there, and then continuing out of the area into possibly into the evening hours. All right, so we're holding on to rain amounts for today. We're not expecting a whole lot. This is until about 4 p.m. or so in some cases, and it doesn't look like much is happening out there. Then we'll carry over to how this all plays out. I apologize, but this isn't moving on me right now. There we go. Overnight lows for you, though. We're holding on to at least that rainfall coming back again, possibly in spotty showers. You can see that kind of moving through the area. Overnight lows will touch us with about 65 degrees possibly after hitting those 77-degree marks. We're also looking at today at 86 degrees currently, and it is already warm out there right now. Currently just around 81 degrees. Holding on. A shower could happen, as I've mentioned before. It is only a mere 20% going into tomorrow as well, with a 20% chance at 77 degrees. We'll carry over those temperatures yet again for Thursday. Possibility of a shower overnight, and then more humidity returns with a 70% chance of rainfall kind of cutting into the picture here for us going into the overnight. We'll also see by Saturday and Sunday the possibility of less rainfall moving into the picture here for Sunday, looking pretty nice and cool. As we go into next week, though, as we start the next month, we're looking at 75 to 82 degrees. Get out and enjoy it if you can. Back to you.
Time now is 6:19. Still ahead on your morning news. This month's hometown hero is a resident care aide at an assisted living facility. We'll have more about Christy Christensen, who brings care and positivity to the Liberty Village of Tomah, coming up after your morning medical news.
Coming up in the Blitz, the Brewers trying to get a win against the reigning World Series champions, plus the Loggers are the hottest teams in the Northwoods League. Can they stay like it? We'll find out.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant and she was about to lose her baby. Because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it is showing some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shells in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
Have you ever had to move? It's brutal. Why do we have so much stuff? Well, at Chrysler Winona, we're moving, and we're trying to pack light by throwing out some great deals. A lightly used 23 Grand Cherokee L with third row, heated seats, and remote start is just $38,990. Or pre-owned Chrysler Pacifica with heated leather and seating for 7 starting at just $23,990. So come see us before we move at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
Welcome to the Blitz. It's a busy week here at Copeland Park, and this team started a 4 games in 3 days stretch earlier yesterday. Let's go there. Viterbo's Alexis Watson making her steam debut. Second meeting between La Crosse and Mankato on the young season. It was the Habaneros with the hot start. Already with 1 run across, and Brooke Holmes is going to add another. She singles into center field. That scores a run. Mankato with a 2-0 lead. But here comes the steam. First batter for the home team, and Ashley Wolf gets things started with a liner up the middle. And a few batters later, it's Callie Janik delivering. She gets one past the diving second baseman. Wolf comes in to score. Steam cut the deficit to just one. And then the Steam defense making some plays as well. Ground ball to Wolf. Steps on second for one, over to first for a double play. Watson would go 6 innings pitched, giving up just 2 earned runs. But Mankato would blow this game wide open in the 7th, winning 11-2. The Red Hot Loggers were home hosting Thunder Bay, bottom 2. La Crosse already up 1-0, and R.J. Hamilton hits a grounder, but Derek Mitchell is going to beat that throw home. Later in the frame, it's Matt Mura delivering with a man in scoring position, and that base knock makes it 3-0. And Case Sanderson, he wants in on the fun as well. He shoots one into right field. Here comes Hamilton flying around third base, and he is going to slide home safely to make it a 4-0 lead for the Loggers. La Crosse in a bit of trouble the following inning. Runners on first and third, no outs, but Ty Brooks grounds into the 4-6-3 double play. Border Cats do get on the board, but then the Loggers get that one back there. The Elijah Ekis hit is going to get that run back in the bottom of the third with a base knock. Loggers continue to be the hottest team in the Northwoods League as they pick up the 8-3 win. Brewers back home last night after a trip out west last week. Bottom 5 crew looking to get on the board, and it's Jackson Churio speeding home on the wild pitch. Next inning, it's Reese Hoskins with the bases juice. He decides to exit stage left. A no-doubter off the bat for the Brewers slugger helps Milwaukee take their first lead of the game. Second grand slam in 3 days for the crew. You love to see that if you're a Brewer fan. Later in the 6th, then, Andrew Monasterio throws his bat at this off-speed pitch, and that ball has eyes for the outfield. Brewers take the opener against the Rangers by a final of 6-3. And some Packers news. Ed Policy was named the next Green Bay chairman, president, and CEO beginning in July of 2025. Policy is entering his 13th year overall already with the organization and currently serves as the chief operating officer. Mark Murphy, who has been in the role since 2007, will be retiring after the season. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $200 on select Sealy mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin. But this was my childhood home. Graduated East High. Became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a 4th-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Stay cool this summer with portable air conditioners from Velonis. They're easy to install and adjust and feature 3-in-1 comfort, meaning they cool, dehumidify, and ventilate. Pick one up for $177.99 after rebate. Transform your home with top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Get this Whirlpool side-by-side refrigerator today for $11.98. Plus, get an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
During the 4th of July sale going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $400 on select Stearns & Foster mattresses. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A new study links rising infant mortality in Texas and the state's abortion restrictions. In September 2021, Texas banned nearly all abortions beyond 6 weeks of pregnancy. The study authors found between 2021 and 2022, infant deaths in Texas surged nearly 13%, while the rest of the U.S. saw an increase of 1.8%. In Texas, the rate of infant mortality also jumped significantly. That suggests the increase in deaths was not solely based on the rise in births. A new study on ketamine is offering hope for hard-to-treat depression. Researchers recruited 231 adults with treatment-resistant depression. Within 5 days of receiving 120 milligrams, more than half responded favorably and with minimal side effects. Patients who received the highest dose, 180 milligrams, had a significant lowering of depression symptoms, but getting the drug can be a challenge as it requires close medical supervision. It's estimated nearly 3 million Americans suffer from treatment-resistant depression. Nearly 8 hours is the average time a child between the ages of 8 and 18 will spend in front of a screen every day, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation. Here are some ways to reduce kids' screen time this summer from Mandy Gaither.
From video games to TVs, smartphones, and tablets, children and teens can spend a lot of time in front of screens.
Now summer is providing that opportunity with less structure, less routine, and just more free time in general. So it is rather typical to see kids engaging in a large amount of screen time.
Wendy Palmer with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta's Strong for Life program says too much screen time can have a significant impact on health, including emotional wellness, less physical activity. It can disrupt healthy sleep routines and be a barrier to quality time with family and friends.
Particularly for our children and our teens, the recommendation is less than 2 hours a day of screen time.
To reduce summer screen time, Palmer says to come up with a family media use plan. Children can even help in the planning of it. She says to set limits on screen time and be consistent in applying them. Designate screen-free time and spaces. For example, no screens in the bedroom, at mealtime, or during family time. Finally, parents can also help by reducing their own screen time.
That can be really challenging for parents too, because we want to stay connected. We might have alerts or notifications going off. So thinking about how do we role model for our kids that I can actually put this device down and engage with them.
And parents should also be aware of a child's excessive social media use. Set limits there. Experts say there's a link between social media and mental health concerns. Wisconsin's Attorney General is pushing back against a request to let disabled people vote from home. In April, Disability Rights Wisconsin and the League of Women Voters filed a lawsuit saying disabled people should be allowed to cast absentee ballots electronically. They also want a temporary injunction issued to grant that accommodation for November's election. In a hearing, Attorney General Josh Kaul's attorneys argued it would create security risks and confusion, and state election officials don't have the time to train local clerks on that change before November. A Dane County judge could rule as soon as today. According to a new Wisconsin Supreme Court ruling, taxpayers will pay half of the cost for hired consultants to review state district maps, about $64,000. After previous district maps were ruled unconstitutional, the court hired 2 consultants to review 6 redistricting proposals. They found the Republican-drawn proposals as the most gerrymandered and the governor's maps more balanced. The consultants are charging $128,000. All 6 groups who submitted a map proposal will pay about $21,000 apiece. Taxpayers will pay the governor, Republicans, and Democrat map proposals. The head of Wisconsin Public Service Commission says states' underserved areas will have broadband access by 2030. Wisconsin is set to receive more than $1 billion in federal grants next year to expand broadband. The PSC says Wisconsin has spent $200 million in state money for broadband expansion since 2019. In that time, over 400,000 homes and businesses saw improved access. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders will rally in La Crosse this weekend. According to the senator's website, he'll host an event this Saturday at 11:30 a.m. at the UW La Crosse Student Union's Bluff Room. The aim of the event is to, quote, rally our progressive movement here in Wisconsin. Sanders is an independent senator, but often caucuses with Democrats. The visit comes after Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren visited Madison yesterday on behalf of the Biden-Harris campaign. The Ultra Foundation held its second annual golf tournament at the golf club at Cedar Creek in Onalaska. Golfers raised money for scholarships, teacher grants, and financial education platforms for local schools. Last year, the tournament raised more than $60,000. One organizer says some of the scholarships will go to high school students who are saving for college.
College is a huge expense for students, and not everybody has the ability to save early or have parents help. FAFSA doesn't seem to be covering to make everything meet, so being able to offer the scholarships is great for our members and those in the community that we serve.
The day ended with a dinner reception and award ceremony. An Eau Claire middle schooler is making history, winning this first Wisconsin Civics Bee. The competition, organized by the Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce Foundation, challenges middle schoolers to propose community improvements and answer civic questions. Raya Musavi wrote an essay focusing on the flaws of the education system, and she never thought she would earn first place.
20 people, or 20 students from the first round are picked to go to the regional level of the Civics Bee.
Not every state has a Civics Bee, but that doesn't mean the competition will be easy. Raya will compete against winners from 28 other states, including Michigan, Iowa, and Indiana this fall. Christy Christensen is a resident care aide and CNA at the Liberty Village of Tomah, an assisted living facility where she cares for residents and brings smiles and positivity along the way. News 8 Now's Emily Brown has this month's Hometown Hero.
There's no one quite like Christy.
It's infectious, and the residents, you can tell she genuinely cares about them. And that's not something everybody has.
Christy is a resident care aide and CNA at Liberty Village, an assisted living facility in Tomah.
These people, they need someone to care for them because they can't care for themselves. To be able to be here and to help with that, I feel is very important.
Important indeed. She helps residents with their daily activities, toileting, dressing, feeding, even lending an ear to those who need a little extra help.
There are quite a few residents that have dementia or Alzheimer's, and I've always tended to bond with those people because they're special in a unique way. And it's nice to hear their stories.
Christy has been a CNA for over 10 years, so she knows a thing or two about what it takes to be impactful in her role.
Compassion, understanding, patience, a lot of patience.
She's also an amazing teammate. She does an excellent job at mentoring her fellow co-workers. We can always count on Christy.
And the residents can always count on her to bring a smile, warmth, and a reassurance that she'll be there for them each and every day.
When I give residents their bedtime medications and I can tell them good night, sweet dreams, I will see you tomorrow. I think it's important for them to have consistency, to see the same faces, and for them to know that when they wake up, someone's going to be here for them.
They too will be there for Christy, bringing joy to her life and helping her fulfill her purpose.
I love my job. I wouldn't trade this for anything. I feel as though that this is my calling, is to be here with these people.
And if you'd like to nominate someone who's doing good work in your community, you can submit them on our website underneath the Features tab. The time now is 6:37. Here's News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
All right, cheers to Christy for that. Hey, we go right into it here where we have our first warning weather. We're going to be looking at how this all plays out for you today. Starting out with severe weather, now gone, heading out to the east. Humidity out there is no joke. It is something else. It already feels like we're about maybe 17 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago because of that. In fact, gradual rising of our local regional rivers are still in progress, and that's going to continue on all the way into next week as well. Take a look here. We've got a little bit of fog up to the north. Not much happening elsewhere. It's mostly patchy fog up there. We'll carry over into the river levels here, where you can see these are now over flood stage, and they continue to rise. This will continue, as I've mentioned, all the way into next week for some of these local and regional rivers. All right, that being said, here are some of the places that are still holding on to this flooding. Wabasha, you can see Red Wing all the way down into areas right by Lake City. Right now getting into areas right by here for Fountain City, Winona, Trempealeau, as well as portions of North Bend, and this continues to hold on here. I'll have your full forecast coming up one more time for you to let you know how this all plays out, and your 8-day forecast too. Back to you. All right, coming up, we do have in our local Buzz Report, Freaky Friday 2 has officially started filming. We'll have the details on the other side of the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select mattresses. Plus, pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
The phone rang. And she said, "Mom, we're going to lose the baby." Doctors knew that Amanda's baby had no chance of surviving.
And because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were also about to lose her. Doctors were not allowed to help her until she was almost dying.
We have always been conservative.
But we feel a national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
It took 34 years to change this place from worn out to wonderful, slow and steady to keep overhead low. The same slow, steady growth has grown us to the best team of home improvement professionals in the region, over 80 today. Voted best to La Crosse because of exceptional quality and unexpected low prices. Whatever your next project, contact us today for a prompt free estimate. You have a problem, we have the solution. Better than you imagined for less than you expected. Contact the board store today.
What do we think? Burglary gone wrong?
More like a chilling spree.
You see it all too often. When you don't take care and maintain your system, it's all too easy for problems to pop up when you need it the most.
It's hard to stay cool under pressure.
Proper service and maintenance is worth its weight in the cold.
I'm not a fan of having problems. What can you do?
Call G&T as soon as humanly possible.
Don't lose your cool this summer. Call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning today.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it is showing some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
Have you ever had to move? It's brutal. Why do we have so much stuff? Well, at Chrysler Winona, we're moving, and we're trying to pack light by throwing out some great deals. A lightly used 23 Grand Cherokee L with third row, heated seats, and remote start is just $38,990. Or pre-owned Chrysler Pacifica with heated leather and seating for 7 starting at just $23,990. So come see us before we move at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
All right, for your first warning weather, away we go here, taking a quick peek at how this all plays out for you. And of course, I want to take this a little bit sooner than I expected here. I apologize about that. We're going to start you off a little bit sooner here. PM shower activity here, possibly for tomorrow. We have for Tuesday, or today. For Tuesday, we have that coming in for about 2 o'clock to about 4 o'clock. We'll carry over into Wednesday where you see a PM shower also, and that will be a little bit lighter, 77 degrees for you. We're taking into effect for Thursday, we've got some showers that at night coming in the overnight hours, and the possibility of morning rainfall moving into the picture as you go right into portions of Friday all the way through the morning and into possibly the afternoon and in the overnight hours. We'll see it dry out before we get into Saturday. Saturday looks to be maybe a slight chance of an AM shower, and it will be very weak indeed. By Sunday, you're looking at more showers. Actually, Sunday we're not having anything. We've got more showers coming in for Monday, and those showers will continue for that. More rainfall because the storms are going to break apart. By Tuesday, we have the possibility of more rainfall popping into the picture. With that being said, let's take a quick peek going backwards here. You're going to be seeing the possibility of these overnight lows for tonight. You're going to see them in the 70s right now, holding on to that warm air. How about this though? We take it back into rain tracker for the rain we might see today. Some of that was possibility of getting up to at least less than 1/10 of an inch for our rainfall for today. Take a peek here as we go backwards here, looking at the rainfall. This is how it's kind of moving out of the area, up and out. It's gone, and we dry out with a nice little slot here with a little bit of moisture trying to pop into La Crosse. You can see it kind of coming in and just dragging in from Winona to La Crosse and kind of sticking with us, and that's where we could see up to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. We take a peek at how this all plays out for you. We'll go back into again how this all looks for you as far as the rain is concerned. Moving into this, the current visibility, fog and low cloud activity continues to work all the way from the north, working into areas by Minneapolis and then breaking down. Red Wing is still at 10 miles per hour, so it's mostly patchy fog right now, and it's really not affecting us. We'll carry over into the river levels. As you can see right here, they're going to continue to rise going into the next few days. In fact, we're also seeing that they are above flood stage level, so please be careful about this. You can see they continue on from Friday going into Sunday, as well as into Monday, as well and Tuesday, with all of this rainfall still working into the area. Now we've got the heavier rainfall coming in to finish out the week. A lot of that wasn't really happening before, but we'll see that coming in, and it may put a little bit of an inch here or there or so in some of these local areas. The showers for today and tomorrow, if they do occur, they really won't affect anybody. That's just going to be somewhat of nuisance rain. I hate to say that, but that's the kind of rain we're talking about. And then carrying over into Friday, the heavier rainfall starts to move into the picture. It's about a 60 to 70% chance, so please be advised that may happen, so be careful about that. Back to you.
In our Morning Buzz report, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis are currently filming Freaky Friday 2. They're reprising their roles of mother and daughter, Anna and Tess Coleman. The producers are keeping details about the plot mostly under wraps, but Disney did reveal some points about the sequel, saying the movie takes place years after the original. And Lohan's character now has a daughter of her own. Freaky Friday 2 is scheduled for a 2025 release.
When I first heard that Beyonce was making a country album, I felt ready.
Beyonce has opened a door that's going to be really hard to close.
Call It a Cowboy Carter Response, Beyonce Covered, features 6 emerging black country artists delivering live recorded country versions of some classic Beyonce songs. The collection is available now in spatial audio on Apple Music for Black Music Month.
All I'm asking, baby, please, 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 don't prove I'm right.
Sabrina Carpenter has her first Billboard Hot 100 #1. Please, Please, Please debuted last week at #2, just ahead of her viral hit Espresso. Both are on her new album Short and Sweet, due out in August.
Come to me. Come to me. Am I cool? Come to me.
Filmmaker Robert Eggers is hoping to capture lightning in a bottle, a massive horror film with a Christmas release. Focus Films released a trailer for its new Dracula movie due out for this year's holiday season. It's actually considered a remake of the 1922 German take on Dracula, Nosferatu, and shares that title. The film stars Bill Skarsgård as the King of Vampires. All right, so no scary movies for us, Art.
No, it looks beautiful though.
Yeah, it
but
looks like it's really well done.
Exactly, yeah. But no, thank you. I can't handle it. Right.
We'll do some birthday singing though. Before we head to break. It's Time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, back to Kingston. He's turning 8 years old today. He loves Naruto and being an energetic big brother to his little sister, Kalani.
Happy birthday to him. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 8 days, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our new website, news8000.com.
And look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. Time now is 6:47. Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is coming up next.
Yes, mornings, we're talking about a topic every parent knows, the soaring cost of childcare. Jill Schlesinger will share tips on managing the sky-high expense now that school is out for the summer. And Anthony Mason sitting down with the legendary Dolly Parton. Look at her. They're talking about the late, great Tom Petty's influence on country music. Now country's biggest stars are honoring him with a new album. An Academy Award winner, that's Lupita Nyong'o, is live in studio today. She's talking to us about her highly anticipated new movie. It's called Quiet Place, Day One, and what it was like acting with, well, no words. We'll see you 7 o'clock on the dot.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin. But this was my childhood home. Graduated East High. Became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a fourth-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium-iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Store your tools and organize your garage with our wide selection of Master Force storage products. They're heavy duty and designed to last a lifetime. Get this tall garage storage cabinet for $499.99 after rebate. Check out our great selection of Bright Lux lights. They're perfect for illuminating both your indoor and outdoor spaces. Get this 12-foot LED color changing string light for just $999 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Welcome to the party. We all make this show together. You guys, this is our show. You just never know who you're gonna meet here. You can feel the energy in this room. Every single person needs to be included in these conversations. Let's do this! Let's make everyone's day a little brighter.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
When the threat is real.
All right, we still have another tornado warning now.
First Warn Weather is here for you.
So we're going to continue to monitor this once again.
It's in the name, keeping you safe before and as it happens.
And then for the morning commute, we're looking at heavy rain potential.
First Warn Weather on News 8 now. On air, in your hand, and online. When you need us.
We'll continue to update you throughout the night with a severe weather outbreak.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. If you're headed out the door, we have a traffic alert to let you know about. The Wisconsin Department of Transportation reporting the left lane of eastbound Interstate 94 is closed due to a crash. The DOT estimates the lane will be closed for the next hour, and it has not provided a recommended alternate route, and that is eastbound I-94 near mile marker 49 near Elk Mound. The Rapidian Dam in Blue Earth County, Minnesota is in danger of breaking due to flooding. Authorities say debris from floodwaters from the Blue Earth River are pushing up against the 115-year-old dam, causing the river to severely erode the bank on one side.
I was getting all weekend pictures from my neighbors and friends in Mankato, and that's a city with a flood wall. It's a city that's seen a lot of this, and I think the term people are using is unprecedented. So we understand that the challenges are out there. The good news about this is that there are procedures. There's chain of command. There's standard operating procedures that are in place.
The Blue Earth County Sheriff hopes the river will crest today and will start to subside, preventing further damage to the dam. And heavy rain also causing flooding and closures in La Crosse. High waters have closed La Crosse boat launch facilities until further notice. The Grand Crossing, Willow, Cottonwood, and Vietnam Veterans Trail in the La Crosse marshlands are also closed. On the Vernon-La Crosse County line, County Road GI is closed up to Hunters Point Landing, as is Blackhawk County Park in DeSoto. Federal prosecutors are recommending the Justice Department pursue criminal charges against Boeing. The victims' families are also asking a federal judge to appoint an independent monitor for Boeing. The Justice Department is still deciding about those charges. Even if it faces charges, individual executives may not. According to a new Wisconsin Supreme Court ruling, taxpayers will pay half of the cost for hired consultants to review state district maps at a cost of about $64,000. After previous district maps were ruled unconstitutional, the court hired 2 consultants to review 6 redistricting proposals. They found the Republican-drawn proposals as the most gerrymandered, and the governor's maps more balanced. The consultants are charging $128,000 total. All 6 groups who submitted a map proposal will pay about $21,000 apiece. Bliss Road is once again closed for maintenance. The City of La Crosse Street Department says the road will be closed to all traffic until Tuesday, July 2nd at 3 p.m. Crews will conduct road repairs and maintenance, and the closure could be extended if weather impedes repairs. The Florida Panthers managed to hold off the Edmonton Oilers 2-1 in Game 7 at Florida's Amerant Bank Arena. Earlier in the series, the Panthers held the 3-game lead over the Oilers and were just 1 victory from taking the cup, but they lost that streak, allowing the Oilers to catch up, but then the Panthers won last night.
You don't win a Stanley Cup. I didn't win the Stanley Cup tonight. I got to share it. And that is a completely different idea. Not that I thought this was all about me. I certainly didn't. I mean, you replace me tomorrow, that's a good hockey team. But that's what I learned. You don't win a Stanley Cup. You share it.
This is the first time in the team's 30-year history they have won the cup.
Well, good for them. Take a quick peek here. We've got some humidity out there right now. Your highs for the day, you can see widespread in the 80s. I suggest we may get maybe a degree or 2 warmer than what you're looking at, because right now it's already pretty warm out there. Overnight lows will hold on to at least the 70s, and then the 60s start to roll in. So it's going to be pretty warm in the overnight to at least moderately cool. Take a look here as we get into the river levels. They are going to continue to rise over the next few days. That continues all the way into the beginning of next week. So bear that in mind. We're also going to be seeing over the next few days, rainfall is on the way, possibly in the form of some scattered showers later on in the afternoon, possibly tomorrow morning as well. Then we'll see the big batch of rain coming in for Friday, and again coming back for you on Monday in the storm activity.
All right, Art, thank you. Well, a special moon recently appeared in the sky over Florida. It appeared bigger and more colorful than usual, a phenomenon called a strawberry moon. According to NASA, this happens when the moon takes a lower path across the sky, giving it an amber or rose-colored tint. The Farmer's Almanac says the name Strawberry Moon comes from Native American tribes in North America because the lunar event happens at the same time as strawberry seasons. All right. Well, we had a nice sunset coming up earlier this morning, too.
Gorgeous sunrise. Yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous. In fact, what we're going to see later on today is an absolutely gorgeous day, but people have to remember, take your water with you.
Okay. Yes. Stay hydrated for sure. Thank you, Art. And thank you for waking up with us on News 8 Now this morning. We'll see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.